How do you develop a workforce? Hello, my name is Vicki Gallen Clark. I'm the Director of Employment and Training at the Blue Hills Civic Association. We believe that we are excelling in addressing this question. And how do we begin? We actually begin with 14-year-olds, typically going into the 9th grade high school, and introducing them to the world of work through classroom-based activities and learning, introducing them to things such as how to write a resume, how to write a thank you letter, how to interview, customer service skills, interpersonal communication, and things of that nature. Why don't we take a look and see an example of our Tier 1 class.
As you all know, we're going over job-seeking skills this week, as well as personal qualities and interpersonal communication skills. But in particular, for job seeking, we talked about within the last week this idea of self-reflection and how when you're with the interviewer, you may need to express yourself in a way in which you can allow the interviewer to know your skills and abilities. The idea is for you all to understand and or develop the skills of being able to answer questions when you're on an interview adequately and concisely in a way in which a person can sense your skills and abilities and how you can contribute to their company.
So we've taken a look at Tier 1. Now the thing is, to master this approach of developing a workforce is continuity, and that's what we've done at Blue Hills Civic Association. We knew that we had the continuity working with students year after year after year and working with their families. We looked at a model by Capital Workforce Partners, one of our funding agencies, for career competencies. And so what we did, we matched the continuity with the career competencies and integrated them into our Tier 1 programming and Tier 2. Tier 2 is basically students who've graduated from a Tier 1 learning and now they're into project-based learning with a focus on community service where they're working together as teams.
The Connecticut Centers for Nonviolence partnership with Blue Hills Civic Association is exciting to us because not only do we introduce nonviolence as a concept and a means by which to manage conflict, and in the workplace there are continuous issues that arise. Once a student has gone through the Kingian nonviolence principles and approach, they have much better resources available and tools so that when a conflict arises, they can manage that conflict.
So again, we've had Tier 1 students, Tier 2 students, and Tier 3 is where students are actually working in the real world, gaining real work experiences, working at various employers. This year we had over 50 employers that we worked with and over 200 students working at these various work sites, gaining real world experience, honing in on those skills. How would you describe your experience working here, Corporation Counsel, City of Hartford, and then specifically under Attorney Freeman?
Well, as not many people know, my career goal is to be an attorney. So being placed here, I felt it was a great experience because I got to learn a lot of things. Like I got to file cases and go to court, and being placed under Attorney Freeman, it was just like amazing because she's a wonderful attorney, and I got to watch her work and see how it actually happens in like real life. So I felt it was just a blessing to me because I got to actually witness what I want to be and learn some things and get experience. And as she said, I can put this on my resume so I can use this.
Today we're sitting here in the Office of the Economic Development for the City of Hartford talking to Ms. Deborah Davis, who is the project manager of the facade project for the City of Hartford, and the Blue Hills Civic Association student Charity Hilleman, who's been placed to work with Ms. Davis. Ms. Davis, can you just describe your commitment as an employer to work with students through programs like the Summer Youth Employment Program, and why do you think that's so important?
I think it's vital to their overall direction as they're moving into their next career. some of the young people having the exposure gives them an opportunity to actually see what actually goes on. It's a sort of an on-hands experience, and so I think it helps them with the discipline. It helps them with in terms of organizational skills. It also helps them to just really stay focused in terms of what their work assignments are.
I hope to open up my own business one day, and being able to work with Ms. Deborah in the facade program has been really helpful to have that experience in my pocket for when I do, graduate college and go on to start my career. Being able to understand the entire facade program from the application process all the way to closing, and being able to go out of the office and visit the contractors, it's been really just very beneficial to me. I've learned so much.
So we're here at Living Word Imprints, an establishment right here in our community near the corner of Homestead and Albany Avenue. I'm talking to Mr. Herman Todd, who is the owner and CEO of this fine establishment. Mr. Herman, you've partnered with Blue Hills for about 10 years now. I know I've been there for about 10 years. Why do you bring students on board? What is that investment for you? How does that pay off for you?
Well, it pays off for me in two ways. First, it pays off for me because I'm getting the help of the kids, but it's also because I want to help the kids to provide something for them, because if they are not here, the chances are they're going to be on the street.
Okay.
And this is a learning environment where they will learn what it's like to be in a work environment and to prepare them for the future. So, and that is also part of my contribution to their future and our future.
So it doesn't stop after Tier 3. In 2009, we found an interesting challenge. We found that more and more of our students were going on to college, but they were coming back not able to secure internships. So we were able to get some funding for these students. And in 2009, we embarked upon our first group of students to actually be participants of the College Internship Initiative. We call it CII. And the intent of this program was, number one, to retain talent right here in the Hartford market. And number two, to identify opportunities for our students to get hands-on experience so they can hone in on those skills that would make them marketable for the workplace once they graduated from college. So we started off with 15 students, and in 2013, we can say without any kind of reservation that this program was successful, because all 15 of them are still working in the Hartford region. 13 out of the 15 graduated from college, and the other 2 are still pursuing college. So throughout the years, the program has expanded. We're now up to 50 students that we're providing the same opportunities for. We want to make sure that employers know that we have a viable workforce, a competitive workforce, and a diverse workforce. So take a look.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Pumilata. Going into my junior year at the University of Hartford. I'm a computer science major, and throughout the summer I worked in the Hartford, where I met my supervisor, Samuel Adler. Throughout my time, I was working in the small commercial department, but I also did a little IT on the side. I helped them make a new website during my time there. But not only that, the Hartford let me participate in their volunteer events, and they also let me participate in their leadership seminars, which I found very interesting, especially when learning about the different departments throughout the Hartford and the potential careers I could go with the company. And throughout the whole experience, otherwise in the corporate environment, it's pretty fun to be in.
Hi, good morning. Actually, good evening. My name is Kendika Gensel, and I'm going to be a sophomore entering to Manchester Community College. My goals are to be an anesthesiologist, and I worked at St. Francis, and I worked in the family medicine department.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Justine Jackson. Currently I attend University of Connecticut. I'm going into my sophomore year, and my career goal is to be an actuary. And this program actually benefited me because I was placed at the Hartford, and I was working among actuaries. I met my coworker. His name was Dimitri Frumkin, and he actually helped me because I was with their long-term disability division. So I was working on a project with him, and every day, like, there was something new that I learned, especially with Excel. I learned how to gain more skills on the computer. So it was a great experience.
Good afternoon. My name is Zamira, and I'm going into my sophomore year at Norfolk State University in Virginia. And this summer, I had an internship at St. Francis Hospital and Medical Center, and I worked in the department of case management, which a lot of people don't know about. So that was interesting for me because not only did I work in the office with like paperwork and filing and picking up the phone and stuff on the computer, I also went on the floors with the case management assistants, and I went to patients that were under like Medicare.
Okay, so you've taken a look at Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and then our college internship initiative. We've taken the excuse out of the saying from employers that might say, I cannot find diverse talent. We are telling you without any reservation that we are preparing qualified, talented, competitive, diverse talent right here. And so with increased funding, we can actually train more and more young people, again, for the workforce right here in the greater Hartford area. So I thank you for your ongoing support. Looking forward to increased partnership and support in that area. Thank you so much.